Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we're going to take a look at a couple of Bestech knives today. You've got the Freefall on the top there, and you have the Arctic on the bottom. I usually don't do multiple knife reviews, but these two are going around the pass around group together, so just kind of decided to do the reviews together. And another reason is, I'll be perfectly honest with you, one of them, specifically the Freefall, probably would not have gotten its own review. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have. But in saying that, we as reviewers, we tend to review knives that we like. And I guess, in a way I kind of have in the back of my mind that that's almost doing you guys an injustice if we only review knives that we like. So, if it's a knife that I'm not crazy about, I should tell you that I'm not crazy about it and why. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. But first off, we're going to start with the one I do like. I like quite a bit. As I always say, I haven't met a Bestech I didn't like. That definitely, the Arctic falls into that category. Now this one, we've got the black G10. You got the handle scales. You've got the back spacer, lanyard hole, yay, lanyard fans, there you go. And you've got that deep carry pocket clip, stainless, no recessed clip screws. We talked about that with the Swift. I think that just adds a little bit extra to the knife, as in touch. There you go. No water droplets or teardrops on this one, but you do have the circles there in the pocket clip, and you know what? It's done very well. It's milled out, chamfered out, so it's good. Done very well. Now, as you can see there, you've got the holes going all the way through, so you definitely have some skeletonization going on, but this knife still does have some weight to it. So it's a good size knife, but not bad overall. You see you've got some milling there. You've got a decent spot there for your index finger. Got a flipper with a flipper tab. Now, the flipper tab's a decent size, and with that shape, it's probably a pretty good thing in that it does have some jimping on it, and it does grab your finger just enough to do what it needs to do. Very good. Let's look at our centering. Centering is not bad, maybe off to the show side just a little bit. Not rubbing or anything like that, but it does appear to be off just a little bit. Action, yeah, really good. Detent seems to be dialed in pretty darn well for that flipper. You get onto it, and once it hits that break point, it goes. So detent done very, very well. Once we got it open, you see you've got that blacked out D2 blade. There's your Bestech logo. There's your D2 right there. I really like this blade style. Now it's fairly similar to the blade style you'd find on, say, like the Civivi Backlash. I'm okay with that. I like that blade style, kind of a draw point there. Nice swedge across the spine. Got a decent ramp with some jimping on it. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, for me, not that it kind of would be nice if that jimping went all the way up the ramp. Just to help you out a little bit more, because right now it's kind of catching the back half of my thumb. But it's not an absolute necessity. But I think if we're going to put jimping there, it probably should have extended out a little further. Forward finger choil, done very well. Or oversized sharpening choil, however you want to look at it. I definitely do the trigger trick. Keep my finger kind of back on that flipper tab, and it keeps me away from the corner of that blade pretty darn well. Gives me some good control on the knife. Pretty cool profile overall. Yeah, not bad. All right, specs. Spec time. What do we got here? Overall, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little over 8.25, shy of 8.5. I think the official is like right around 8.4, so it's right in there. It's going to give you about a 4 3/4 inch handle length. Blade length is then going to be just shy of 3 3/4, and your grip length is going to be, again, it's pushing 4. Well, probably more like 3 3/4. And that's how, there you go. That's kind of how it looks on my 3 3/4 inch hand. So, not bad. Decent sized knife. Like I said, it does have a little bit of weight to it. It's a really good thing that they do have the skeletonization going on, because even with it, it still does have a little bit of weight, but it's not bad. PM2 comparison, pretty close, pretty darn close. I think the Bestech's got it by just a hair on the blade length, and handles are pretty close. Again, the Bestech might have it just a little bit. And of course, we'll throw our bug out there. Bug out is definitely a smaller knife. Weight, there's more. Like the weight, we'll get the scale out. Now, like I said, even with that milling going on, it still has a bit of weight to it. So we're going to talk about 5.3 ounces. Now, that's actually a little heavier than what I was thinking. 149 grams. Doesn't carry bad. Carries really well. I mean, it's a decent sized knife. To me, it's a large size knife. It's well over 8 inches long. So, and it's got a little bit of weight to back it up. That deep carry clip, yeah, it carries really nice. Carries deep, and clip's got good retention. Pretty easy in and out of pocket. No issues at all there. So overall, what do I think? Well, like I said, I haven't met a Bestech I didn't like. The Arctic definitely falls into that category. We're going to break that rule here in a minute. But the Arctic, yeah, it's good. I'm digging it. Now, excuse me, I usually don't like holes in the blade. Or in the handle, excuse me. Just not really a thing. But you know what? Actually, on the Arctic here, it actually really does kind of assist my grip. As you can see there, my index finger falls into the groove that's made for it. Oh, by the way, you've got pretty decent access to your liner lock there. For sure. But as you can see, my other two fingers kind of fall right into those holes, and it actually does aid in the grip a bit. The G10's got decent gripability as it is, but yeah, my fingers just kind of naturally find a home there, and it feels pretty good. So everything, action, build, same as the Swift we just looked at, it's all done pretty darn well. Like I said, even the pocket clip there with those holes in it, everything's chamfered really nice. There's no sharp edges. Overall profile, I like. If anything, if I had to pick on anything, I'd probably say it might be a little thick. Let's see here. Let's actually see how thick it is. Oh, the calipers out. I know I don't do this very much, guys, but let's just see. Yeah, it is a little thick. You're looking at about 0.6 inches. So it is a little thick. And not that that really bothers me or anything, but I can notice it. I do notice it in my grip. So it is a little thick, on the thicker side. Not too bad. Not too bad, though. Overall, yeah, it's a pretty solid knife, guys. It's going to get our solid knife rating as an 8.5, because you know what? There's really nothing I can nitpick on it. It's like I said, it's a little thick, but that's not really a huge thing. So $52 is what this one runs. So definitely part of their budget line, and I think it's right in line. So the Crew and I, 8.5, $52. Yeah, pretty solid knife from Bestech. So we're going to get the Arctic out of the way, and we're going to talk about the Freefall now. The Freefall is definitely the one that I said earlier that it probably would not get its own review if I didn't do it like this. And here's exactly why, guys. It didn't even make it. It didn't even make it in my pocket, and that's the honest truth. It didn't make it past my initial look over, feel, and well, let's just go through it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. You've got the bronze titanium bolsters. They call that orange and black carbon fiber, which, I mean, it just kind of looks like wood grain to me. That's what it looks like. Doesn't look bad or anything. I don't mind the way it looks, but I was just really, I guess if you hold it way up there, you can kind of see the orange and black a bit. But yeah, if you just natural, it kind of looks like wood grain, which is cool. And then you've got this kind of wavy. Oh, there you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's got the wavy texture on the handle. Kind of reminds me of like ram's horn, which is cool. I like ram's horn knives. Titanium pocket clip, at least, and it's pretty in and out of the pocket. It's not bad. It's got some good retention. I guess it did make it in my pocket. It didn't get carried. I'll revise my statement a little bit. It did make it in my pocket, but it didn't get carried. As far as the build goes, I'll tell you right now, Bestech, yeah, the build is fine. There's nothing wrong with the build. It's centered just fine. Everything is chamfered pretty darn well, as they always are with Bestech. It is a flipper. You do have some jimping on the flipper tab. As you can see there, man, I barely touched that flipper and it came out. The action is phenomenal. The action on this knife is great. So it's riding on bearings. Oops, my other finger got in the way. So you definitely kind of got to get your finger out of the way, because you do have that kind of dagger style blade going on as far. See that? That's definitely where we're gonna talk about. But the action, the build quality, yeah, Bestech did a good job with it. What it comes down to me is I had a hard time finding a comfortable way to hold on to this knife. If I hold it like so, it is comfortable. It's short. It's definitely got a short handle. Let's get some specs on it real quick. Let's go back here. That'll be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. So definitely a lot smaller than your Arctic there. I mean, almost 2 inches smaller. So handle length, you're looking at almost 3 3/4, and then your blade length is about 2 3/4 with a 2.5 inch cutting edge. Size comparison. Let's do this. As you can see, it's definitely smaller than a bug out. So it's a small knife. It's on the smaller side for sure. Weight, we'll get a weight on it. Definitely light, 79 grams, 2.8 ounces. So for a smaller knife, it's definitely the weight issue is not there. In and out of pocket, not too bad. You did hear that little bit of a pop on even this kind of thinner material. In and out, because your pocket clip's kind of riding on one of those waves. So it's not too bad. I found it fairly easy, but you do just get a pop on in and out. So my overall thoughts on it, guys. As I was saying before, build quality, you know, Bestech did a really good job on it. I have an issue with grip, finding an actual comfortable grip on it. If I hold it like this, yep, it's okay. But how I like to usually grip my knife is I put my thumb on the spine. That's just my 80% of the time. That's how I'm gripping a knife, at least. And as you can see here, that everywhere I try to grab this, I'm getting poked. And it's just not comfortable. It's not comfortable at all. I could use it like this, but my thumb's getting poked here. The side of my finger's getting poked here. So you've got kind of that double choil thing going on. Yeah, I'm getting poked in this grip. It's pretty obvious that I'm getting poked in that grip. It's just really, really hard. And could I use it in this grip? Yes, I could, if the knife was about an inch longer. It's just, to me, this is not comfortable. This is not a comfortable grip. If it was a little bit longer, and I think, again, it has to do with this right here. It's like, if I put my thumb up there, it's forcing my hand back. And now, okay, if I wanted to visit Peter's gas station and, you know, tussle with some ruffians, yep, that's a comfortable grip. I don't do that. No, that hurts. But yeah, guys, it just, it never made it as far as a carry because it wasn't comfortable. I couldn't find a comfortable way to grip it, so honestly, I didn't even carry it, guys. I'm sorry. It's designed by Jason Clark. Jason, I have to be honest and give my honest opinion. And yes, it just definitely not the knife for me. I know a couple of places it has listed as, like, I think it was Blade HQ. I looked at their listing and it has it listed as kind of like a collection piece or something. Yeah, it would be more of a collection piece because for me, it's definitely not a user. And it's a premium. You've got S35VN steel, titanium, carbon fiber for $221. For a knife that I'm not going to use, no. That's no. It's a miss for me. This one is. But I have to give you my honest opinion on it, and that is definitely my honest opinion. Even though I don't care for the knife, somebody out there might. So I need to show it to you, tell you what I think about it, and you can make your own decision. But I really appreciate these were sent out by the Apex Pass Around group from Bestech. I really appreciate the opportunity to check out both of them. Thank you very much, Bestech. Thank you very much, the Apex Pass Around group. And thank you guys for checking them out with me today. You know, I greatly appreciate it. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to y'all. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.